Ah, please, fam. Chat to me, fam. Chat to me. I was gonna say one thing, man. There's only one Tyson Fury.
Yeah, get in there, big dosser.
Yeah, big dosser, mate. Come on, let's go in, bro. I'm shattered, yeah, but I'm full of energy at the same time.
Yeah, I'm shattered as well, man. Like I literally felt like I couldn't. This morning, I felt like I couldn't feel my own limbs.
Yeah. Tell the people what happened. You called me. It was funny because I've experienced this before.
Bro, this is the first time this has happened to me, yeah, and I was happy about it, bro, because one, the nature of the fight. So basically, what I'll say is that this morning I set my alarm because you know the thing with boxing, something about boxing I hate when it comes to boxing is like there's never a concrete time for definite when the match actually starts.
Yeah,
it's always like. Expecting maybe around 4, half 4, depending on the under. I don't like all that stuff.
I always say, yeah, they expect to walk out at a certain time, and they never do. It's always either earlier or after. It's never like on the time.
That's why. Like, I feel like if you're gonna set up for a fight, try and set up for a fight, best be early than don't take the risk of where you can miss it. You can miss something. But basically, what happens is, so normally I for boxing matches, the ones that are like when you're part of the world, so across the Atlantic, like America or like in like somewhere in Asia, the fights are normally around 4 a.m. UK time, maybe 5.
Bro, I think I froze. Either one of us froze. It might have been me. Sorry,
no, you're talking fun. I can see you now.
Oh, I didn't even hear what you were saying, man. You just cut out.
Oh, really? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. I'll say it again. Yeah, so basically what happened was normally across the Atlantic, like in the USA or like Saudi Arabia, like, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Like, obviously those times in the UK are going to be like 4 a.m. in the morning, sometimes 5 a.m. in the morning, even maybe 3 something. So what you have to do, if you don't want to miss them, make sure you're up, if not set an alarm. So normally when I've been watching those fights in boxing, I normally always, I never miss it until today. For a fight that I really wanted to see, Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder Trilogy, Revenge of the Sith episode. Yeah. Imagine this, yeah. I set my alarm at like 10 to 4. And then the alarm woke me up. I was up 10 minutes. For some reason, I don't know what happened, yeah. I really don't know what happened. But for some reason, what I did, yeah, I was like, okay, cool. Let me just lie down for like 5 minutes, in it, yeah. When I woke up, it was like 6. And I was like, oh, really? Oh, I thought, no, that can't be right. That's not right. That's not right.
And you know what? That's what they just finished as well, because the fight did start till like 5, I think just before 5, and it finished just before 6. So I don't, like I said, because when you called me, you said that, I laughed in it. I'm like, that's happened to me a couple of times. I think it was like, it wasn't boxing, it was like MMA. I think it was one of McGregor. I think it was McGregor Diaz 2, and it happened to me, innit?
Yeah.
I can't remember. If I'm not like, I wake up and I'll go back to sleep when it's at 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock. I'm like, oh my God. And you just wake up and you're fuming, innit?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Basically, what happened was, so imagine this. So I woke up and I also went on the internet and on my phone, touching YouTube. I just see, you know, Don Robbie channel with them not sitting, commentating on their match. I'm like, what's going on? Have I missed it? I saw I missed it. But when they're commentating, it's the end of the match, like the end of the fight.
Yeah. Like post-fight discussions, yeah.
Or something. I was like, how is this possible? This has never happened to me before. I always make sure that I set an alarm. I don't miss alarms. Yeah, I always hear an alarm. Yeah, but like the weird thing about it was literally 10 minutes before. It was 3:50 a.m. I scheduled it for. I woke up expecting to be up for 4 a.m. So within a space of 10 minutes, how the hell can I miss the fight? It seemed impossible to me, and that's what made it even worse for me.
Yeah, man, yeah. Let's jump straight into the fight, bro. Oh man, do you know what? I'm not gonna lie, bro. The build up to this.
Hold on, sorry. Before you go, yeah, but unfortunately, I watched the fight afterwards on like the YouTube. Someone uploaded it, and then it was crap because it was like zooming in, and then also you sent
zoomed in angles in it. Them zoomed in angles on YouTube.
When you only see from the torso up.
Yeah, and they cut it and they cut it. It seems like a couple minutes, like, oh, it's jarring, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like it gets cut.
What? You watch the link I sent you?
Yeah. I saw that.
Good. It was a good link.
No, it was a good link. The only thing was annoying with bad adverts, man. Every 20 seconds.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, yeah. Let's start that. We'll just jump straight into the fight, innit, fam. So even before the fight, the build up to the fight, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't feeling it. I was still mad from the AJ and Fury. That fight got cancelled, got dismantled, innit. So I was still annoyed from that, innit. Like, I can't even lie, fam. A lot of my blame was towards Fury and the Fury camp.
Oh,
Because it
really?
just seemed, yeah, man. Because it just seems like you lot didn't want it as much. Like I see Eddie Hearn running around, going to trying to get the Middle East to like host a fight and all that.
Yeah.
And then from Fury's side, Fury's camp, like, you know, like Frank Warren, Queensbury Promotions, and Bob Arum over in America, they're like, oh yeah, I don't see this fight happening, blah blah blah. It's COVID and all that. I'm just like, so you got one side, AJ and all that, just like, you know Eddie Hearn, man, you know Essex lad and all that, man, trying to get everything done and all that, running about all over the gaff, yeah. They seem really eager to get the fight, and you are just like, yeah, it's not gonna happen. So I'm just like, I'm not saying Fury's ducking, yeah, but your team on that, they don't seem on it, innit? And they're making it quite bait that they don't seem on it because they're doing these interviews as well.
Yeah,
So
Tyson Fury spoke to do you see Gary Neville in the overlap?
yeah,
You saw that, yeah, and he said so. What he was trying to say from when I was watching, from what I understood was like he's saying even though things were signed in his head, it wasn't going to happen because
yeah.
because whatever the, the the contract, they had an agreement with Wilder for another fight. So you're signing a new contract when you have a contract that's already in place. So it was always gonna. So he's trying to say it was always going to cause a problem.
Yeah, we might be jumping from different time frames and all that, so we'll touch on. So basically, let's go even further back then. Yeah, let's go to the second fight. Yeah, Fury beat Wilder in the second fight.
Right.
February 2020, just before the pandemic. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think they were scheduled to fight in December last year.
Yeah, that's right.
But I think Wilder didn't trigger the clause or something. Like, I don't know, for whatever reason, innit? Yeah. And then it went to arbitration. But this was just the lead up to, because I think, yeah, AJ and Fury were supposed to fight August 14th, innit? So Fury makes an announcement, I think like a month before, saying, yeah, it's all signed and sealed, blah, blah, blah. And then the next day, less than 24 hours later, the news breaks that Wilder's triggered it, innit? Like the rematch clause, innit? Like, it was obviously, it went to court, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's triggered it, went to arbitration and all that. So I'm like, wait a second. So I'm thinking, wait, is Fury in this in cahoots as well? Like, you announce it and then Wilder wins the court case, innit? I'm just like, nah. I'm like, I don't want to see a third fight, man, because Fury wins 10 times out of 10 times, bro. Like, I don't care how much you go that right hand, man. Fury just wins, innit, all the time. And obviously we saw that this morning. Yeah, so I was mad. So the build up to the fight, I was like, nah. And then Eddie Hearn and what's Matchroom saying and all that? Oh yeah, because they were supposed to fight July in end of July, innit?
Yeah.
And probably Fury's team got COVID and all that, innit? And then Eddie Hearn was like, nah, do you know what? They're just saying that, but they can't even sell tickets and all that. I can't lie. I was like, yeah. What Eddie Hearn saying? Yeah, they can't sell tickets. Can't lie, man. I was dick riding Matchroom at one point, innit? Yeah. And then gets delayed, and then obviously, unfortunately, Fury had like his sixth child, I believe.
Yeah. His child almost died.
He's almost died. Yeah, she was poorly ill. She's better now. Obviously. So some good news, but yeah, when I think something happened at birth when she was born. Like, yeah, she could have died almost, innit? And then there's rumors out the camp saying Fury hasn't had the greatest camp because, you know, all the distractions with his daughter and all that. Obviously, the whole like, you're geared up to fight AJ, you're training to fight AJ. You got the mindset of, okay, I might fight AJ in August in Saudi, yeah, and now you got to switch to Wilder. And I'm trying to get in Fury's head as well. I'm like, if I'm Fury, yeah, how can you get upped for this fight? Because I'm like,
yeah,
I came back at my work. I came back here from my worst 3 years out the ring. Yeah, this wasn't no ordinary 3 years out. Like, he went through mental health, substance abuse, all of that, and it blew up to like 400-500 pounds and all that. So he's thinking, so when I came back from all of that, you couldn't beat me then. The rematch, couldn't beat me then. I bullied you and I got the TKO. Yeah, no. Yeah, it was TKO, I think, yeah. So I'm like, third fight, I'm like, I don't think Fury's going to be amped up for this. So then I was like, do you know what? The fight might be a bit closer than we think, man, because Wilder's on some vengeance thing, man, right now. And Fury's just probably just be like, mate, I beat you twice anyway, so this ain't nothing to me. So the fight gets closer and closer to the day. I'm still not giving too much attention to it from this fight. And then obviously a couple of weeks ago, AJ lost to Usyk, innit? We were supposed to talk about that, you know, things happened and all that. Like our lives got busy, but that was an upset loss for AJ. So I was like, okay, then now things are getting interesting. And then, all right, go on, bro.
Yeah, that when AJ lost his fight to Usyk, that is when everything changed for me. So
Yeah, exactly.
that is when I say, do you know what? He's lost. So these two, we've wanted this for years, yeah. And let's be honest, they need to hurry up now because Tyson Fury is 33 now. Yeah. I'm not trying to see, I'm not trying to be, it's not, I'm not trying, if we don't, first of all, let me just say this before we get into all that. So if we don't ever see this fight happen, yeah, this is some bullshit, bro. You know, we've been robbed. Yeah. Boxing, not even just the British public, world boxing in general, not even just the British public, let alone the British public has been robbed. Yeah, of a fight that we deserve.
It will be a fight for the ages, literally. Yeah. So it has to happen.
Yeah. So what I was going to say about so that needs to happen. Yeah. These two are meant to be fighting for a while, and there's always and people saying, "No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen." What if? I'm not trying to have this thing where it's like you're fighting when you're, I don't know, like it's your second to last fight, your career, your last fight, where you're gonna be like 38, 39 past your prime. I mean, there's talk of Fury not even being in his prime anymore anyway. Yeah, there's even talk of that. But like that's another conversation. But it's just all like an exhibition fight when they're like, 50 plus or something, 55 or something dumb like that. Yeah. But yeah, so AJ loses. And I was like, okay, cool. This is bad now. This is where I got to pay more attention to because even the third fight with Wilder and Fury, I would watch. I'm not gonna lie, I would watch it, but I'm not excited for it. But I'll still watch it because it's Fury and Wilder.
When that fight happened, when the AJ Usyk fight happened, I was like, okay, this AJ and Fury fight is gonna be impossible now. It's near enough impossible because it's really hard as it is, and now he's lost. It's gonna be near enough impossible, isn't it? But yeah, man, I just want to put that in there. Camera, you were saying.
Yeah, of course. Because now questions are gonna because as soon as AJ lost, and I knew this was gonna happen, people are gonna be like, oh, how are you gonna justify fight? You couldn't beat this pumped up cruiserweight that's now a heavyweight because he's obviously gone up in weight just to make himself a heavyweight. Yeah, how are you gonna fight Tyson Fury? You're gonna get schooled. And I understand that argument, but I just knew it was going to happen. So people were going to go and say this. So then there's going to be justification. Well, to be honest, we can't take you as seriously now. So maybe you have to wait. You have to fight somebody else. Because now, if Usyk has won, beat AJ, he's now being pushed to the forefront because he's got the belt. So you'd be like, well, I want Tyson Fury instead. Because there's been talk of him fighting Tyson Fury now. Yeah. And then AJ has to fall back down in the pecking order somewhere. So that's what made it interesting. So what's going to happen is like with AJ losing, that's what made Wilder and Fury a bit more
appealing,
a bit more appealing now because now it's like, oh, you lost. Tyson Fury, by the way, there's no guarantee he's gonna win. Yeah, I think, and I always think that this guy would never lose, but you never know, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought AJ would never lose, and he lost to Andy Ruiz.
Yeah.
True. There's been this like obsession with this in like, do you know, I think Mayweather started it from like the other division, this obsession with having 0 defeats on your professional boxing record.
Yeah, it's all Mayweather. I think I said this before. It's all Mayweather's fault.
Because there needs to be this obsession with having 0 losers on your professional career. But now, ever since he's gone as a 0 defeats, yeah, it's become a thing where I think now people want. Now, do you know what? That's probably why boxers don't necessarily fight the. I know I'm going off the topic. I'll come back in, yeah. But I think that's the reason why, like, a lot of boxers these days maybe avoid certain fights because they just want to have that clean sheet record the whole career. Yeah, and that probably could explain a lot of things going on in the heavyweight division. But yeah, Wilder, because he's not saying much, he's just moving a bit. He's been a bit mad. I'm not gonna lie, I think he's been a bit mad, yeah. With like the press conferences, it's now heating up, and there's talk. Oh yeah, and that's when it becomes more serious now because it's like Fury. When you're hearing things like what you said, not having the best training camp, is he taking his training as seriously as before? Because to me, like you said, getting into Fury's head, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not trying to make an excuse too much, but it's like that can be a bit. That can like distract you psychologically because you could easily be pumped up to fight this anti-Joshua. That's what's happening. You know, that's not happening. You've got to fight the next man. They're not the same person, bro. It doesn't matter if you beat this guy before already. So now you could just be going through. You're just going through the emotions now. That probably explains why he may not be having the best camp because you're just going through the emotions. And not only that, you got your newly born daughter is got health issues, and she's in danger of like passing away. And thank God that she's okay now. Do you know what I mean? So that Wilder bro, when I watched the fight, which we'll get onto in a second, yeah, Wilder knocked him down twice, bro. He could have. Do you know what I mean, bro? Wilder was out for blood, bro.
Well, yeah, we'll touch on the fight very, very soon in it, man. But like just to double up on what you were saying in it, yeah. Even gearing up to the AJ fight, Fury wasn't looking mad because I follow him on Instagram in it, and he was like he was in Vegas.
Yeah,
there was all these different celebrities, and he was in Miami and all that. And I was like, he was training as well, but he was like living the life at the same time in it. And the things with Fury that kind of puts me off about him, like I'm a fan of him, but he does put me off a bit. That man's just a walking contradiction, fam. You know what I'm saying? One minute he will say like, I don't need glitz, glamour, and fame and all that. I just be in Seaside and Morecambe and all that. And then man doing the most up in Vegas and all that. So I'm just like, oh, bro, he's such a walking. And the moment he will say he will fight anyone, he will fight Dillian White for the diamond belt and all that. And then Dillian White's a dosser. He ain't gonna never get a chance with me. So I'm just like, bro, you talk too much, bro. Like it's entertaining as well, but when you deep what you're saying, you contradict yourself almost every day. Yeah,
it's like we got to take what with a pinch of salt, innit?
Exactly. That's why I probably lean more towards AJ as a fan of him, as not just as a boxer, but outside the ring as well. Whereas like I feel like anytime that AJ says something's a bit more calculated.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then we'll go back to even build up to the trilogy. It announced as well that whoever wins, Dillian White's mandatory in it. So I was like,
yeah, that's why I was. Yeah, that's what done it for me.
I don't think it's official yet, yeah, because the WBC messed Dillian White around for like good 3-4 years now. That's annoying, isn't it? Yeah, and even he's got a fight. He's got to overcome I think it's Otto Wallen. I've been one of Fury's previous opponents, isn't it? Yeah. So that's not a guarantee. That's not a guarantee it's gonna happen, innit? Yeah. So I'm like, okay then, because I was always gonna watch this fight, but I was just never psyched for it, and I was like, okay. And then I set my alarm 3:55. I watched it. I was watching on an American link, innit? Yeah. And then thing cut out. I was like, oh, man, because I prefer American commentary. It's less biased. And have you ever like Max Kellerman? Yeah, he's like an American sports pundit, not pundit, like analyst, in it, man. He's just the best, man. The way he just talks about different types of sports is mad, innit? And then I had to switch to the UK one, the BT one, innit? So okay, we'll jump right into the fight now. Yeah, round one. Wilder comes out, starts jabbing to the body.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, he's pretty active, isn't he? He got the first round, jabbing to the body and all that. I was like, okay, you're making it kind of interesting, man.
You know what? Do you know what I'll say about Wilder's fight? So I'm not gonna. You can go through the rounds in it, but from my observation, I'm gonna go round by round, yeah. But what I will say in a summary, well, it's not just a summary, but it's like overall. To me, I just don't. Fury's got his number. I'll tell you why he's got his number, right? Why it's peak for Wilder, no matter what. And that's why it's so peak. I'm not gonna lie to you, before I say what I'm gonna say, yeah, I think this whole thing with Wilder, yeah, I think it's borderline personal with him.
Yeah, definitely, it definitely
I
is.
think it's borderline personal. So it's not just like your boxing.
But,
Like you,
like,
do you know why? Do
it's
you know
not.
why? Do you know why? Do you know why it's his peak? I'll tell you why it's peak. Yeah, with Wilder, bro, he's not even like he's a great fighter, but he's not the best boxer in it. But the thing is, you're what you're doing. It's good that you're coming up with something new with like you said in the first round with like these jabs in it. I was like, okay, cool. But the problem is, bro, you're nowhere near like um you're nowhere near a good boxer, let alone a great boxer in its own right, bro. So that was never gonna that was it's one of those ones where you probably couldn't it's probably gonna only work for 1 or 2 rounds, isn't it? After that, bro, that's why Fury was just trying to like work you out, just like establish to see what you're on in it. And then after that, you're like, okay, cool. Let me outbox this guy in it. So if with Wilder, it's always gonna be that right hand, bro. It's always going to have to be that right hand. It's always gonna result to that right hand. And Fury's not an easy person to hit. Yeah. So as long as you can avoid that right hand, even if you have quote unquote improved your boxing a little bit of like the boxing basics, like a jab and everything, it was only gonna be one of them ones where when I'm jabbing you in round one, bro, it's a hype thing. But yeah, well, that's not gonna be the fight, bro. It's not
Yeah,
gonna work.
I'll pick out one thing you just said. He said Fury's not that easy to hit. I'll be honest. I think Fury's quite hittable. He is quite elusive and loose and quick
Yeah.
for a heavyweight, but because he's such a big frame, and because sometimes I think he switches off in fights, I think he's not as unhittable as people think he is, man. He can get hit.
That's true. That's true.
Been hit by Steve Cunningham.
Yeah.
I think he's like a blown up cruiserweight as well, pumped up cruiserweight back in 2013, I believe. Yeah, and I think McDermott hit him as well. Like, when I say him, I mean them opponents knocked him down to the ground, innit? So I don't think I'm not looking for you like Rafa. You can't be hit. No, you can be hit. Yeah, but it's hard, but you can get hit. And the thing with Fury, he always gets up. Man's the Undertaker. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's like you're spot on about Wilder. It always comes back to this right hand because his fundamentals are so
Below par.
oh, they're shocking, you know. Like his fundamentals are flawed, man. Like, bro, you kind of got into the sport due to pure athleticism and power. Because your fundamentals, bro, I've seen amateurs got better fundamentals than you, man. He's so technically flawed, man. It's kind of scary, man, because, bro, you know what he's like, bro? He's like Lukaku, fam. He's like the Lukaku of boxing, fam. It's like, Lukaku's always going to get you goals. Like, Wilder's always going to that right hand, fam. But it's because other things you lack, fam.
It's like
there's always going to be that next to your name.
It's like one attribute that is so over the top, yeah. It's allowed you, bro. I'm sorry, bro. That right hand has made him a multi-millionaire, bro.
Yeah, it's a cheat code. It's a cheat code.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it's a cheat code, bro. Like,
even if your right hand, even if Wilder had like the power of Joshua, yeah, I don't think he makes it.
No, but it's like, as I said though, even if you had even if you had a quarter of Fury's ability, man, he'd be a world-class boxer, man. Because say what you want about Wilder, and I know the allegations he was coming out with last year, like the excuses, man.
My suit was too heavy.
My water was spiked. The referee was in a disloyal coach or disloyal trainer. I mean, obviously he got rid of Mark Breland and all that. Fury's gloves were they had something in there. They were. I'm not. You know what? Yeah, because he came up with so many excuses. He sounds like an idiot. But the whole glove thing, yeah, I'm not even gonna lie, bro.
Yeah. You know.
Did look a bit suspect in that second fight.
Yeah, actually, do you know what? Bro, hold on. After we go into the fight more, I'm gonna point out something else that I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, it didn't even come from Wilder himself. It came from his fans, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, no, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I might as well say it now. We'll fit back into it. So there's so much to talk about, isn't it?
Yeah.
So obviously, I don't know if you saw my story. I posted it. Yeah. So Wilder's fans, I've allegedly said, yeah, they gave Fury more time to get up over the 10 count. When I actually watched that, I was like, You know what? Yeah.
What, the first fight?
No, this fight.
I need to watch that. I need to watch that. I need to watch that.
This
I need to
fight,
watch
bro.
that.
When Fury was down, I think
The first time or the second? The first time.
I can't remember. It was this fight though, the fight that happened last night. They said like they're trying to say like, oh, they feel like they gave him a bit more time to recover than they were supposed to, or something like that. Yeah, on the count. And when I saw that, and before I even saw that, yeah, I was like, when I actually watched it, I was thinking, I'm not gonna lie to you, they might have a slight argument there, but the thing is, what's gonna make it hard? Because Wilder's it's like the boy cried wolf. Because Wilder's so means you making excuses, even though this didn't come from him, it came from his fans, yeah, people that like him, yeah. People are more likely to want to give you the benefit of the doubt now. Do you know them ones?
Yeah.
So you're so used to you talking shit. Like if you didn't say things, you know, if the last fight you didn't make you were saying things like, oh, my suit was too heavy, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, for banter, it's funny, innit, yeah. But when we talk about boxing being serious, you're taking a piss, yeah. Like, oh, my suit was too heavy, it weighed me down, my drink was spiked or something. Yeah, those were that's a bit wild, isn't it? Yeah. Then I'll have a bit more. Then people probably be more inclined to be like, do you know what? With the thing with the count, maybe we could look at it a bit more. But because we're so used to talking shit, bro, like now it's like, well, every time you lose or something happens, it's something else. It'll be something else. Do you know what I mean, bro? It's like, come on, bro. So yeah, see what you're gonna say?
Yeah, no, yeah. I thought you were talking about the first fight because I've seen the countdown bare times and I've counted and it's like he got up exactly at 8 or 9. It wasn't like a long count or nothing. Yeah. But yeah, I need to watch that one on this one. So yeah, what was he saying before, man? Yeah. Wilder was coming out with some madness, isn't it? And he's just so technically flawed, fam. So but yeah, where else he came into the weigh-ins, weighed around what 238. He was looking jacked.
Yeah, heavy. Yeah, no, you can see that because he was lean, but he was less lean as before because he put on mass.
Bro, do you know what, man? Me, you were saying this off screen as well, earlier on. Yeah, he should have picked NBA, man. He got the perfect frame, perfect build for an NBA player, man. 6'7", got the long limbs, got them skinny legs and all that. Oh man.
Like you can see the athletic like muscle he has. You can see the veins and he's got that long lever body type, bro.
Yeah, he was looking serious in it, and then his mic skills are terrible, man. Are just whack, bro. Like when he tries to speak, man, I'm just like, oh, bro, sharp, man. It's like I believe, I will achieve.
Yeah,
like I'm like, oh, shut up, bro. Please, man. Honestly, man.
Yeah, bro. But what I'm saying is, so that's why I say I think with him, bro. I think it's personal with him and Fury because what it is from his point of view to Fury anyway. Because now it's like even I'm not gonna lie, the first round, yeah, with him jabs, I knew that wasn't gonna last the whole fight. You was not gonna outbox Fury. So if you're gonna do it in the first round, cool, congratulations, well done for like making the effort to improve things. Maybe you were listening to your trainer a bit, but I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like with you, there's a ceiling that you're just not gonna hit, bro. So yes, anyone can improve slightly, bro, but we can't make you Usyk or Tyson Fury, bro. Do you know what I mean? That's talent. You ain't got the talent, bro.
He's 36 at the end of the year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like football, bro. If you ain't got the technical ability by a certain age, then
you don't really improve technically after a certain like age or something, really.
Same with anything, any sport, innit? So
yeah,
obviously, yeah.
So he's done that. So I knew that the thing with everyone, I bet everybody, even people that wanted Tyson Fury to win, that boxing fans, they were like, okay, well, they're showing that jab and that kind of stuff. And then Fury just trying to like, he's trying to work him out. I knew that's just a hype thing. It's just gassing. Bro. It ain't gonna work for the whole match, bro.
He talented his punches, man. Everything, the jab, the right hand, bro. Everything. Like you see, with his right hand, yeah, you can. Sometimes it's like a zip in it. You got like a pop in it, but it's like, bro, you like cock it all the way back. So Fury's always gonna find a way to slip that away, man.
You know what? He hits much. He hits like his punches are scripted, bro.
Yeah.
Or like, bro, he lines it up like a scientist. Like he puts the movement, and it's like,
Yeah, it's like on cue in it, bro. It's like he's trying to break it down, like how I
Yeah.
throw and punch, bro. Like, bro, like honestly, man. So yeah, back into the fight. Yeah, he got the first round. I'm not gonna go round by round because I can't remember in it. Yeah, I think fourth. Someone got dropped in the fourth. Who got dropped first?
I want to say Fury.
Yeah, so I think Fury got dropped twice early on. So basically, the tide turned in. I was like, okay, oh crap! And I think the bell kind of saved Fury. You know, I'm not gonna lie, kind of saved him.
Yeah. I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we'll win like fifth, sixth, seventh round and all that. Wilder started to gas out, boy. Honestly, he's starting to gas, man. I'm like, this one, that's what I was saying to you earlier on as well. But it's like all this extra weight, yeah. It's only gonna be good for you for the first 6 rounds.
Yeah, and you said, and this is, and I knew this, but you said this, and this was, and you were spot on. You did this before the fight. You said yesterday. So yeah, you put on that mass. If you don't, so basically, Wilder's got the only way you're gonna win. Yeah, you need to knock this guy out in the early round. If you don't, it's gonna be peak for you because you're gonna gas out by a certain amount of rounds. Because your body, like you said that his body has not got, he's not adjusted to being a bigger human being now, like being a heavier weight than what you was before.
Naturally, he fights around 215, 220 max.
Yeah.
You put on almost like double the amount almost, isn't it? So it's like I said with John Jones. John Jones is an MMA fighter. He's a light heavy. He was in light heavyweight division. He's gone to heavyweight division, and he's been bulking up for over a year now. And I'm like, that's how you're supposed to do it. Because you're not just bulking up just to look good. You're bulking up because you're going to go into competitive fighting, into combat fighting. Yeah, so his body needs to get adjusted to it. You've already done this in under a year, fam. This is your first fight. And also you got to go through the psychological barriers as well.
Maybe if he fought a lesser opponent, yeah, it might have been all right for him because he's got to get used to it. But because, like you said,
that's the only thing in boxing though. It's like it's hard to get tuned up opponents. It's like AJ as well. AJ's not going to get a tuned up opponent for Usyk. He's going to jump straight into Usyk, which, you know, he's done it before with Ruiz, but it's a different story now because you got bullied. So it's a mad one, isn't it? So, but we'll stick to the fight, innit, yeah? Round 6, Wilder started to gas, man. He's starting to gas, innit? I'm like, I think this will go round 8, 9. Well, further than that. And he knocked him out, what, round 11, innit?
Yeah, you got knocked out 11 round.
Yeah. And in between the fights and all that, when they go back to the corners, man. Oh, what's his name? Sugar Hill, and it made me laugh, man. He's like, jab the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Jab the motherfucker, man. Come on, baby. This is where it all starts, man. Jab the motherfucker and then let that shit go. I was saying the same thing, man. Because, you know, Fury, by round 8, I think, Fury he wasn't following up on anything. He was hitting him and all that. And then Wilder just turned around and Fury was just there. I'm like, bro, you could have just went for the kill, fam. I'm like, don't get lackadaisical now, yeah? Don't get complacent now.
But the thing with though, is it possible? I think that, bro, I think Fury said it himself, but I don't think that's even Fury's best performance, bro. Also, remember, Fury's also added weight to himself as well, bro. So maybe he was more tired than we thought as well. So even when he's hitting him, he's kind of gassing out himself a bit as well. Remember, he's put up weight. It wasn't just Wilder that was put on weight. He's him too.
He came in the second fight the first fight he came in was actually his lightest. Yeah, he came in like 257, 259. Second fight he came in 273. This fight 277. But he look, Fury's no Adonis anyway. We all know that, yeah. But he looked even more out of shape.
Yeah,
like I know he's got love.
I saw that as well.
Yeah. They looked even worse, man. Like he didn't look. The second fight, he looked brilliant, man. Like physically, he looked good.
Yeah,
like he looked like
for his standards, innit?
Looked comfortable at that weight. This one, he just looked like he looked. You're all right, actually. He did look. He was tiring as well, a little bit, not as much as Wilder. But the thing is, with Fury, he's got great stamina. He's got great conditioning, innit? Yeah, and doesn't take him that long to recover. Because when he got knocked down them 2 times, and this is the thing with Fury, when he gets knocked down or anything, it's like. Not you're like, oh rah, that's what all right, cool, could end, yeah, but you're not like, he gives you that reassurance, man, because like compare that to someone like AJ. When AJ gets knocked down, bro, he looks concussed, fam, for like the rest of the fight.
Oh yeah.
Do you know? He looks like he could just crumble at any second.
Yeah, because like his equilibrium goes, isn't it?
Yeah, there was only just the equilibrium. It's like the shock factor, fam. It's like, you know, Fury, man. He's a natural born fighter, innit?
Yeah.
Gypsy in it, bro. That man just come out the room fighting in it, yeah. And that's what I respect about both of these men. They're both survivors. They're both warriors. Literally, they're both warriors. They both have that warrior spirit, fam. Fury, I think he was born like prematurely, like 3 months prematurely, man. For 2-3 months prematurely, and he weighed like a pound or something, innit? And obviously, through the discrimination he's faced throughout the years for him being a gypsy and all that, and all, you know, the mental health and all that, bro. The man's just a complete warrior, bro. Wilder, you know, before boxing and all that, I think his daughter's got some form of disability, I think.
Yeah.
And he was working in like a food chain or something, I don't know, it was a McDonald's or something, you know? So it's like they both face mad adversity and they can overcome it. And they just both have that warrior spirit, man, that never give up.
You see with Wilder, yeah, I'm gonna say something, yeah. This is my problem with Wilder, yeah. Sometimes I feel like I don't like him. Sometimes I don't dislike him.
Oh, you're a fan. But bang on, mate. You actually bang on. It's like when the fight was happening, yeah, and he was getting peppered, I was like, do you know what? My respect for Wilder has gone through the roof. Because it's like, I can't even lie. If that was AJ or any other opponent, they're getting TKO'd.
Yeah.
Like, they're finished, fam. It's finished.
The thing with Wilder, yeah, like I said, bro, this is what makes
it very hard to like him.
That's what pisses me off about him. It's like, I find it hard to like him or dislike him sometimes because he's like, what pisses me off with Wilder, yeah, is like, so yeah, cool. I respect that, bro. That spirit he's showing in that fight, that's Holyfield spirit, man. Holyfield's got the heart of a lion, bro. Yeah. Kind of stuff. But with Wilder, and then it's like at the end, yeah, I know you lost, bro, but then it's like the way you handle like your demeanor at the end, where your lack of sportsmanship, bro. I know at the end of the day, bro, no one's trying to get knocked out in front of like the amount of like million plus viewers, bro, across the world in the actual arena and that back home. No one's trying to. It's bro, I'm not like it's a humiliation, bro. You're not trying to get knocked out in public, man. Yeah, but it's like
emotion. Yeah.
But like, yeah, but the thing is, sometimes with Wilder, bro, and the thing with Wilder, bro, I don't know, like, how big. Sometimes I don't know, like, I know you got spirit of the heart. That's obvious, yeah. That's not by accident. You've shown that more than once. But sometimes I wonder, is it always that, or sometimes is it that your ego is so big, like you said earlier, off camera, you're too big for your own good, bro? I think this guy will literally rather actually physically die in the ring, yeah, than just say, listen, man.
No, he will. He said it. He will go on his shield. He will die in the ring.
Yeah, but sometimes even people
Wild's got this little weird obsession with death and like boxing and all that. Like, I want to catch a body.
Yeah. I was like, what?
Chill, man. It's a sport at the end of the day. And that's obviously why he got rid of Mark Breeden, man. When Mark Breeden saved Joe Clark, bro.
That's what I think. Yeah, go on, sorry. Go on.
If Mark Breeden didn't pull you out of the fight, bro, you could have been gone out on a stretcher, fam. Because that was a straight demolition. This one, straight demolition towards the latter rounds, innit? Yeah? I'm just like, bro, he's literally hanging in there. And he's hanging in there because I think Fury's he's like, this is what made the fight interesting, yeah? Because I believe Fury came into this fight, not with the best camp, all the distractions and all that, it kind of leveled the playing field a bit. Because if it was like the second fight, they're like that. The levels are like that. Yeah. Because like I said, with Fury's the whole his newborn daughter and all that, it levels the fight up. And obviously, Wilder's got this vengeance and all that. He's coming, he's looking heavy. It's like, it's okay. The fight's getting closer now. You know what I'm saying? It's still in favor of Fury, but the fight is leveling up on the playing field, isn't it? But towards the end of the fight, because Wilder was gassing out and all that, I'm like, Fury just toying with you here, man. He done it with Derek Chisora like 7 years ago as well.
Yeah,
he was peppering, man, bro, and he was even looking at the referee like, "Are you gonna stop this?" Because he said to his cornerman and all that, "Do not stop this fight, no matter what. Do not throw that towel in."
Yeah, bro. The thing with Wilder, bro, sometimes it's like, bro, what I got to me when I look at it, bro, like the sport. How big has this guy? To me, I think this guy's ego is so huge. That's why he says things like his suit was too heavy and poison, because it's like it's borderline delusional, man. It's like, what are you talking about, bro? People bantering. The thing with Wilder, he gets people start like bantering you online, bro. Like, you know, social media's a dark place, and saying, bro, like maybe you took too much hits to their brain, bro, because you come up with like madness, bro. You know what you're talking about, bro, because it's like, brother, it's like he genuinely believes in what he's saying. Like, I was poisoned, or like the suit, bro. To me, that was even more. I thought the suit was bad. When you say you got poisoned, I'm like, bro, come on now. What do you mean you spiked, bro?
You know, the thing is with these claims, yeah, like they've happened in boxing. Like water's been spiked and all that. Like,
Yeah,
you
but
know, like,
how many years ago? Yeah, but obviously things have. I get that, of course. Go on.
yeah, but what I'm saying is like the claims he was making, the claims itself wasn't. Some of them, yeah, the suit one was just like you're funny, you're a funny guy.
Yeah,
you know, the suit that's pretty funny. But the other ones are like they're not wild claims because they've happened in boxing before. But it's just like but all of them all at once in one fight. Come on,
yeah, that's what I mean. But it's not even
you know
that. When was the last time someone got poisoned? What, someone like 1950 something? Was like when boxing?
No, but, it happens, bro. It happens every time. Boxing's the most corrupt sport in it, man. It's the most corrupt sport.
Yeah, we know it's corrupt sport, but it's
yeah. But like Wilder, shut up, man. You took a beating, bro. Because do you know why? Yeah, well, I wasn't taking interview excuses, fam. Because it's because of the first fight, bro. You couldn't even beat this man. He's at like 50, 60%, 70% at best.
Oh, yeah.
You even beat him. So I don't want to hear nothing afterwards, bro. Yeah. So back to the trilogy, yeah. Fury's peppering him up and all that. Yeah, I can see it ending very soon. Round 11, uppercut from Fury, bang, bang, on the ropes. Swingers, bang, and man just collapses, bro. And the referee actually tried to break his fall, and he's just there, sleeping, man. And then I thought the referee was going to do the count, the 10 count. Now waved it off. I was just like, that was the best heavyweight fight I've seen in years, man.
What, since like Klitschko and Joshua 2017?
Yeah, that tops that. I don't know, maybe it might be recency bias, but I think that tops that, isn't it?
Yeah, bro. That's the thing with Wilder, bro. Like, because you say that, you touch on that, because he talks about dying in the rings and catching bodies, and I'm like, bro, the thing with boxing, the idea is not actually to kill the person, bro.
Yeah, it's to outpoint. It's actually to outpoint.
It's not the idea of the sport. It's not to, bro. Because to me, yeah, this is what I don't know. I don't like this. I don't like to talk like that, bro. Because it's like, to me, yeah, that's a bit mad. It's like you go into a sport to actually like end someone's life
with the intention to end.
What is wrong with you, man? Like, seriously, man. Like, what the
like, and I remember him saying that. I think he said in an interview as well. He's like, I want to catch a body. I'm like, you don't know boxing, bro. Like, you don't know this, fam. You don't know this sport, bro. Because the objective of boxing, to me, the GOAT is Mayweather, yeah? It's to hit and not get hit. And who does that better? Mayweather.
Yeah.
I mean, who does that better? Do you know what I'm saying? The man Floyd Money Mayweather. So when you come up with silly comments like that, man, it's like, Wilder is just, I don't like judging him, man, but I don't believe that he's the sharpest knife in the drawer. For one, yeah.
Said that before to me.
I don't believe he's the sharpest knife in the drawer. Yeah. He's a yes man. I mean, no, he's got yes people around him. Yeah. He's got a very fragile ego. Yeah. So when you got all them combinations, man, it's gonna be a mad concoction there. It's gonna be a recipe for failure, innit? So, and like I said, it's like everyone knows this, fam. It all comes back to that right hand, but it's you can't always bank on that all the time, man, because you're not coming up against. You see the thing, you know what people say? People say this shit. Oh, I think, Wilder lifts AJ's chin or Dylan White's chin and all that, bro. Do you know what? I kind of believe you as well. All right, I favor AJ in the fight, but I can definitely see Wilder knocking AJ on the first round.
100%.
You know what, bro? Doesn't mean he's a better fighter, fam. Because Wilder has fought your opponents, bro. Yeah. All 4 of them opponents are better than Wilder, fam. And he still knocked all them out. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The same with Ortiz, fam.
He's definitely better than him, man.
Ortiz was killing him, bro. The first one, yeah. I think even the second fight as well. But I remember watching the first fight. He was bullying him, bro, every single round. And I think I can't remember what round it was. He just knocked him out. So it's like it don't matter, fam, because bro, at the end of the day, fam, you're a very limited boxer, yeah, and you're not even a great fighter as well, fam. You just got power. You just got pure like athleticism and explosiveness. Do you know what I'm saying, man? Like I do not really rate him as a boxer, fam. If I'm being honest, yeah, and like I said, it's hard to like him as a person as well. My respect's gone up for him,
Yeah.
but when during the fight, my respect went up for him. But when it ended, and then I think Fury tried to, console him or show some good sportsmanship. Wilder wasn't having it. I was just like, yeah, man, Wilder's in his own way. Wilder is Wilder's biggest enemy, fam.
Yeah, 100. Because this guy, that's what I'm trying to say. That's why I say, like, bro, how to me when I'm looking at him, bro, I'm thinking, Jesus, bro. Listen, every person, look, I don't care who you are, bro. Like, to a degree, everyone has an ego. Someone's just bigger than others. But this guy has to have this ego is so mad because this guy will literally, it's like he would rather die in the ring, bro. And at first, when he said about catch a body, he's not the first person to say them kind of things, innit? Sometimes you're taking as figure of speech, innit? But with him, I think he literally means it sometimes.
Yeah.
Because at first, some people, when boxers say trash talk is always in boxing, bro. Like Muhammad Ali is one of the best at trash talking, innit? Yeah. But some things are just hype for fights, bro. But when you say, like, to me, when you're saying I want to catch a body, yeah, and kind of stuff, and to me, it's like sometimes I feel like sometimes like he's not right. How do I say this without trying to be polite? Sometimes I feel like, is this guy like okay, bro? Because to me, it's like, they're not kind of like wicked intentions, bro. That's not even a school. That's like, bro, why do you want to personally kill this person?
No, Wilder thinks he's in Gladiator, bro.
Yeah, because bro, and also and that's why when he's in the ring, man's sacking his trainer and he's saying on things like, "Oh, my disloyal trainer, bro." So do you want your trainer to let you die then?
Yeah, and that's not fair. That's not fair on the trainer as well, because like even in this fight, the trilogy, fam, that's not fair on the cornerman now. Because say something really bad that did happen to you, fam, what are they gonna?
How would they feel?
All the blame's gonna go to the cornerman.
Yeah, bro, they're all gonna get the blame. They'll say, I don't care what the fight is. Say you're the trainer, you're the cutman, you got a duty of care. Yeah, and you allowed this sport person to die in the ring because
he said, Wilder not seen Rocky 4 with Apollo Creed, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's not seen that. The man's just deluded, isn't it, fam? He's just severely deluded, bro. Like,
yeah, bro. It's like, to me, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't be surprised if he wants another rematch.
Please.
Bro, I'm serious. I'm actually generally being serious now because like, I think with him, right, and the reason why I'm talking about this, we're making it a boxing special today, innit? Yeah, normally we go into other topics, we ain't got the time because there's something to cover. With him, with Wilder, yeah, I feel like when he loses to, remember, this is the first time this is now the second time he's lost in his career. The first time it's the same person, but I feel like with Fury, yeah, I feel like it's personal with him. Like, to him, he'll keep going until he feels like he's beating him, bro. He's not taking a loss from Fury without a rematch. So every time he loses, there's another match until he wins. Yeah. Yes, but that's why he will do this thing. Because
I was just thinking because all the whole catch a body and being personal, fam. Wilder actually might he actually might want to try and kill Fury, you know, bro. Not no boxing team. Like he actually might get the strap out, bro.
That's what I mean, man. That's why
he would just turn up to walk and with the AR-15 or something, bro. Let them with the chopper, bro. Just let that motherfucker rip, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Look, when you see Wilder's face, it's like he hates him, man. Like personally.
Yeah, bro. He's got pure hatred for him.
Because you know what? I feel like with him, but I feel like when Fury trying to console him, I feel like Wilder takes it as like an insult, like you're pitying me. I feel sorry for you. Nah, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I feel like that's how I could be wrong. I feel like that's how he perceives it all. Like you're mocking it.
Wilder looks at like you ruined everything for me, bro. My whole world's come crashing down because of you, fam. Because I don't know if you remember, they had a face-off back in 2015. They were supposed to fight in like not supposed to fight, but there was, you know what I'm saying? There was like, they might fight in 2016. I can't remember who Wilder beat. Yeah, it was like December. Wilder, Fury just won against Klitschko, innit? And they had he attended the Fury fight, and they were going back and forth and all that in the ring and all that. He's like, yeah, I'll beat you, you bum, and all that, blah blah blah. And I was like, okay, we might get this fight in 2016. Obviously, then that's when the down spout happened with Fury and all that. So it wasn't just 2018. It was even before that, man. They looked like there was a little bit of bad blood there, innit? Yeah.
Hold on,
So Wilder just
give me 1 second. 1 second.
Unprofessionalism. Look at that, bro. Look at that.
Bro, in the video, bro, it's the light. I have to do it because the light. It's the light. Literally, the light. That's why I'm doing it.
It's fine. It's fine.
Putting me off.
Yeah, man. But it's like, yeah, Wilder looks at Fury like, you are the reason why my whole world's come crashing down, bro. Like, and he probably looks at Fury like, you're some British out of shape bum.
Yeah.
Like, he don't even respect him moving on a man-to-man level.
That's what I'm thinking. I get that. I generally get that impression.
You're the one giving me 2 L's.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because think about it, when you look at it from, bro, when you look at, let's say, for example, you don't know boxing, bro. Like, when you look at Fury and the shape he was in for, like, bro, you wouldn't think that this, bro, he's just like that person that goes down the pub, bro, and just drinks beers, and then, bro, like, Fury has documented that he'll go on a bender on the weekend, bro. Wilder, yeah, is got like the physique of what sport people are meant to look like, bro.
He looked like, if you were to see Fury on road and you didn't know who he was, you think he's some average, everyday Joe, fam. Yeah. All right, cool. He's a bit big. He's a bit tall, fam. But in terms of like, you know, athletes and how they got that look about them. They carry themselves in the same way. You could tell that, okay, you're in some type of sport, innit? Yeah. With Fury, fam, like I said, man, bender on the weekend, man, everyday Joe. And I want to touch on that quickly, yeah. Recently, we've seen AJ get beat by Usyk, yeah. Obviously, Wilder got beat by Fury, and a couple of weeks ago, Bouncer got beat by Arms.
Yeah.
In, that May fight, bro.
Oh yeah.
Bro, this 6-pack thing's overrated, man.
Arms got beat by Bouncers.
Yeah, Arms got beat by Bouncer. Yeah,
you said the other way around. Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, Arms is the hench one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got beat by Bouncer. So I'm just thinking, bro, this 6-pack thing is overrated, bro. Like, this gym thing is overrated.
It's for show.
Just aesthetics, innit, bro? You got these out of shape man, yeah, just coming to the fight and all that, coming to the swingers and getting the arms raised. I'm gonna cancel my gym membership right now, man.
Because I don't know, because the thing I don't know what it is, bro, because it's mad. With Fury, bro, it's like, I don't know, bro. Even when I like, I go gym, bro, and even when I like fell off for a bit, bro, I'm not a professional athlete. Even I looked in better shape, bro. Bro, average Joe's like, the thing is, average Joes, yeah, that just go to the gym, like average Joes, that are not professional sports people, look better than him.
Yeah. Fury's not even an average Joe, fam. He looks unhealthy, bro. He will never. I don't think he will ever be in shape. He will never be like chiseled.
I don't know. Maybe there's something else that it's possible. I don't know. Maybe it's mad because that's why I said for the second fight, for his standards, he looked good. But like with AJ's got the physique, yeah. Wilder's got that American NBA look, bro, like a LeBron James or something, bro. Like, but with Fury, bro, it doesn't look like that, bro. So to me, he's probably cussing. Wilder, bro, he thinks he's getting mocked.
Fury's 6'9", isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, when you're like above I don't know, I might be chanting hella was right now, but when you're like above a certain weight, yeah, like I'll say 6'7", when you're like 6'9", 6'10", 7 foot, yeah, it's like your body shape's never going to be normal anyway, because that's an abnormal height. So it's like you're either going to be really skinny, yeah, or you're never going to have like what's considered the normal, like a body shape, man, because that's abnormally, that's not people.
Not common,
When you know, like, You know, like Shaq, yeah, Shaquille O'Neal,
Yeah.
yeah, the NBA player in the day, yeah. He was like, he was
Over 7 foot.
he's over 7 foot, fam. He's like one of my favorite NBA players, isn't it? I don't watch NBA like that, but he's like one of my favorite, isn't it? Yeah. But his problem was his weight, innit? He was just overweight, man. That's why he could never get to that other level, innit, man? So I'm just thinking, when you're just almost at that height, man, you will never be at like an optimum weight or something. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just trying to
Yeah,
get
but
rubbish in,
yeah,
man.
no.
Like,
What you say? No.
weight.
What you're saying has something to it, but at the same time, your optimum weight is personal to you.
Yeah.
At the same time, bro. So like with this criteria, that's why weight classes in boxing, you have to be at least minimum. I think I'm not really good at the pounds in it, yeah. But it's 90 kg. You can convert that if you want, yeah. 90 kg is the minimum for heavyweight. Anything after that is unlimited. You can go on forever. But like, but obviously heavyweight is like it's a spectrum. These are all spectrums. So when it comes to like someone's weight, it's what's personal to them. It's the ratio of height, but not only that, it's also bone structure. Yeah, frames. Like you can't change your frame. Your frame is the skeletal frame. You can't really change that after a certain age, in it. Like for example, but with the muscle mass, that's when you have to condition it to be a certain thing. Because like someone can be, bro, it's mad because like when you think about it, David Haye, people said that he was too small for heavyweight.
Yeah, he was like what 6'3",
But he's 6'3", but then you've got Frank Bruno that's 6'3" as well, and he's a heavyweight, natural heavyweight. So like he's not a pumped up cruiserweight. He's naturally a heavyweight. And Mike Tyson's 5'10" or 5'11", maybe 5'10", yeah. And he's a natural heavyweight. And you got David Haye that's like David Haye's 6'3", so he's a lot taller than 5 foot than Mike Tyson. And then they're saying he's too small and he's a pumped up cruiserweight. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So
yeah,
like maybe it's all so it's not purely on height. Height is an indicator, but I think it's also like skeletal like frame and like density first. Then after that comes how much muscle you're packing on and everything. It's not as straightforward as people think. So with
I think Shaq was 6'4", you know. No, it's not 6'4", sorry, 7 foot. No, 7'1".
Yeah, something like that. So, I thought I saw 7'2". Well, maybe.
Yeah, he's definitely 1 foot, man. But that's just some abnormal height, man.
Yeah. So when you say that, when you say briefly, obviously we'll go back onto the boxing after that quick. But when you say about the Big Shaq, when you're saying his weight, we're saying that he's too heavy for NBA.
Yeah, man. Like he was just heavy, bro. It was just so heavy, man.
That's his height, bro. His height.
But did you watch WWE back in? Did you watch Great Khali? You know Great Khali?
Yeah.
You know Great Khali?
Yeah.
I was like 7'4", bro, but his chin was just like, bro, their bone structure's always like mad, innit? But yeah, that's just something I just wanted to touch on about Fury, man. It's like, he basically, what I'm trying to say is, man, he will never be like, have chiseled abs, great.
He said that himself.
Abs. Yeah, man. The man's just a brute. He's just a straight brute. And you know what? Punching power is actually quite underrated.
Yeah, it is. Like, it is underrated. He's got more power than people actually give him credit for.
He ain't got like one punch knockout power, but it's underrated. Because I used to think he had like just powder puff punches, man. Because with Fury, man, he flicks. I mean, if you watch Chisora, man, he was flicking his jab a lot. And even in the second fight with Wilder, man, that's what it looked like. The loose cover. He looked like he was just flicking his punches a lot.
The thing with Wilder, I think his knockouts are overrated as well. And it's gonna sound weird, and then I'm gonna sound a bit weird when I say that. No, it's impressive, and he's one of the best, but it's also overrated at the same time. Because with Wilder's knockouts, bro, I think because of I don't know, bro, because of like where people's punch power, bro, like that's why they say punches are born. You can't really teach power like that. It's either you have it or you don't. With him, his power is there's different types of power in it. So when he hits you, it's not gonna be like a quick combination, boom, boom, boom. It will have to be that one hit, maybe two match with the other hand that he's done like 1, 2. It won't be like a 3, 4. So someone like Mike Tyson, yeah, He ain't got that. He ain't got like that one. No, he's got a one. He's got that. He's got a power punch with one, but not as extreme as Wilder. So when he knocks you out, it's gonna be like a combination with either hand, one boom, and then you know what I mean. Then he'll knock you out.
He's got the speed as well.
Yeah. So he's a mid-range puncher. Yeah. Mike Tyson with Wilder, he's more of like the way he hits you. It's like resembles someone hitting you with a baseball bat. Bam! You can't really give a combination with a baseball bat like that. Like that. It's gonna be if you hit you, it's peak. If he misses you, it's peak because you're left open, innit?
Win it, yeah. There's no like.
No, there's no in between.
Yeah.
It's the trade-off.
True. It's like with Wilder, it's like the leading up to the third fight, man. It's all going to be based on tactics. Yeah, you can prove the tactics and all that, but you can't prove your technique. So when we're doing the jabs and all that, okay, you're doing that. You wasn't doing that before, but your jabs are whack anyway, fam. So it's like, I create the tactics there to throw the jabs to the body, yeah. But the way you're throwing them and all that, you can't sustain that for a long period of time. So it's like Fury will always have more weapons. Wilder's got one great weapon, but Fury has like 5 good weapons, or 6, 7 very good weapons. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just who's gonna out-weapon who.
Yeah. So Wilder has to, and even when Wilder, because I remember Wilder has hit him as well, and he recovers from his punches. So
exactly, but even when I use my equalizer, yeah, you can still rise from the dead from that.
Yeah.
So what else am I supposed to do? I got no foot movement. I got no head movement. You know what I'm saying? I'm a very basic boxer. Yeah. What else can I do?
So it's really peak like that, bro. So that's why I say, bro, I don't think Wilder can actually beat Fury, bro.
Because you're right. He's number, man. 10. They can fight 100 times, man. Fury wins 100.
Yeah, even when it looks like Fury's gonna finally lose, bro, he'll find a way to get back up.
And he's just inevitable, man.
Maybe because he's that big, maybe he's that big, he can absorb that amount of power in it because he's that big in it, man. Yeah, he can absorb. Yeah, maybe if he was a lot shorter, maybe if Fury was Fury, but like 6'3", maybe he wouldn't have to absorb as much power in it.
Yeah, and even if you look at the first fight, when he got knocked down twice, you could tell that really took a lot out of him.
Yeah,
but he still got the recovery for it. And where it's like now, it's like you said, it's like even when you saw the punch, when you saw slow motion, yeah, it's like it rippled through his whole body and all that. And then he didn't fall down to the ground for like a couple of seconds later. So you're right, he can absorb the power.
Don't get me wrong, bro. That must hurt, bro. But he's able to get through.
Yeah, but I can absorb it and I can recover quick.
Bro, it will sting him. It will shock him, like. But he'll
I think as well. Why Fury wasn't like lackadaisical. If he wasn't like off balance or nothing like that, he was very in tuned into the rest of the fight.
I think the only way that Wilder could beat Fury, is if he was to, and it's going to be mad because it's how many times he's going to have to hit him like that at least 5 or 6 times in the fight. That's the only way he can actually beat him.
You know what I think he can only beat him? Shotgun, bro.
No. No, in boxing, or like, yeah, but I think the only time you can actually beat him in the boxing ring, is if he has a ridiculous, freakish off day in a good way, where he actually happens to be able to hit him with his right at least 6 times, and then finally Fury's like, you know what, he can't get off, get on like the 5th or 6th hit. Do you know what I mean? Because if you think about it, the maximum amount of times he's hitting him like that, maybe like how his full power is maybe twice max, and he's got up for it twice. So if you double that at least, maybe then. But then how often are you going to hit Fury like that? It's not going to happen too many times. Do you know what I mean? It's like betting. It's like you have to get a 12-to-1 within every day within 7 days, bro. It's not going to happen. That's why you have the odds, because it doesn't happen every day. So he's going to have the ones where it over happens in a very freakish isolation where you're able to beat him, bro. And that's why I think it's personal, bro. Because he knows, bro, he's no match, bro. I think with Wilder, he's more likely to beat AJ if they was to fight more than I first thought. I still think AJ's was a way better boxer than him, yeah. And AJ can hurt him as well. But I think like if Wilder, I feel like if AJ is Fury today, he loses.
Yeah.
Because the chin isn't as good as Fury's, man. Like, and it's
Not good as Wilder's as well. Wilder's got a chin as well.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Wilder's chin's underrated, bro.
Yeah.
Maybe, but the thing is, it's not underrated.
Mad.
It's not underrated. We never got to saw it because we're so used to. He was always dishing out the bang, so he's never really had to. When he's getting a hit, like we don't get to see it because he's always knocking people out. He's always on the given side. But now we've seen him get hit. I remember that's Fury, yeah. Bro, I think if AJ can avoid his right hand if they were to fight, I think AJ can beat him. But then I think that Wilder could also beat him as well if AJ gets hit by that right punch.
Fight is 50. It's a 50-50 fight.
Yeah, but AJ's a better boxer than him.
Yeah. I'll lean more towards AJ because he's a better boxer. Technically, he's a way better boxer, and he's got punch power as well.
Yeah,
not like Wilder.
But it's hard enough.
Yeah, it's respectable. It's respectable. Yeah,
it's hard enough. It's hard enough to knock him out. I think. Wait, hold on. Yeah, no, it's hard enough. I don't know. It's hard enough. It's possible they can knock him out as well, but it's not like Wilder's. But that doesn't really matter too much, bro, because you've got so much things better than Wilder, bro. But now, what I would like to see, I want to see Dillian Whyte first Fury. Do you think that's going to happen, or do you think they're going to rob him?
History tells me they're going to rob Dillian, innit, man? WBC done them dirty because I think Dillian Whyte will comfortably beat, I believe it's Otto Wallin, yeah. But then again, look at Povetkin last year. No one saw that coming.
Yeah,
and I know what Dillian's next opponent is nowhere near like Povetkin's level on it, but still, he's got to beat him, got to overcome that, and then if him and Fury were to fight, because that will probably build up. That will lead to like if AJ beats Usyk, so I'm assuming the Usyk AJ rematch will probably be like March, April.
That's long.
Yeah, if Dillian fights Fury, that will probably be like what? Yeah, probably around the same time. And then whoever wins that, so say if AJ beats Usyk, and say Dillian beats Tyson, then you got the rematch.
Do you think
Dillian and
Do you think White will face Wilder at some point? And do you think he'll win? I want to see that.
I would love just for Dillian Whyte to just. Do you know what? I can probably see it, man. Because how tall is Dillian? 6'4", 6'3"?
6'4". They say 6'4".
Yeah. It's just gonna be awkward for Wilder, man. It's just gonna be so awkward, man. And because for the past 3 years? Think about it. It's been 3 years, He's been fighting the same guy for 3 years. Yeah, Tyson. No, he fought someone else in between this. But pretty much, Wilder's career has been about Fury the past 3 years. Yeah.
Mm.
So you're fighting someone who's like you're around your height, a bit taller. Yeah. Now you're gonna have to fight someone who's a lot shorter now. Yeah. Well, not a lot short, about 3 inches short, I believe. So you're gonna adjust to that, and Dillian, he's a phone box fighter, bro. Like in the pocket, man, he is a madman, bro. Honestly, man, he's on smoke, bro. So I think Dillian will just have to target the body, man. But then again, Wilder could just knock him clean out, fam. And if he lands, everyone's going down.
Bro, if Povetkin can knock you out, then Wilder can knock you out. That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly. The only thing is, Dillian didn't see the Povetkin punch. I believe that's why he got knocked out. Yeah. It was a powerful punch here. It wasn't so much the power, it's the fact that he didn't see it.
Yeah, which they say they hurt him.
Dillian Whyte will see Wilder's punch from a mile away.
Oh yeah, you're right. Of course.
Like I said, bro, he cocks it back, fam. Like it's so he's quite predictable in it, yeah. So I like I said, I'll always favor the opponent of Wilder because they will always guarantee you're always gonna be a better boxer. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like with Ortiz, yeah. I thought Ortiz was gonna win, and you was beating him every single round because, like, bro, you're going into these fights, yeah, and you're losing every single round. Like, look, what's the official scorecards? I need to see them all now to the third fight. You've probably lost every single round against Fury, bro. I know he hasn't lost every single round, but the majority of them, you can't keep going into fights and you're losing every single round.
That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
And you've got a right hand to save you, man. It was like, it's a joke, man. But yeah, I want to see that. Hopefully we'll see Dillian.
Do you know what's mad though? Do you know what's mad though? If Dillian White ends up fighting Fury, because we're saying, and even though this is a bit suspect, but it's out there a bit that he's going to be the mandatory boxer for like Fury now. That means that Dillian White has fought Fury and Joshua, but then Fury hasn't fought Joshua. Yeah.
So I'm saying Dillian White will fight anyone, bro. Maximum violence, isn't it?
Yeah, but then he deserves his chance, bro. Like
he does.
He deserves.
That guy, I love Dillian White, bro.
Yeah, I love him.
Bro,
but out of the thing, like you said, is true, bro. If it's just a whole street fight, no boxing, bro. Dillian White probably scrap everyone. I'm not
like street fight, bro. White is scrapping everyone.
White is always ready for smoke.
If it's just a straight swingers, I'm putting my money on Dillian, fam. He's a madman, you know.
You know what? Dillian White will lose, yeah, and he will still be going like that. Yeah, fuck it, we'll go again, bro. It was on smoke.
Yeah, man. Hopefully we'll see that though, man. But yeah, do you know what, man? Good podcast today. We'll wrap up, man.
Yeah,
anything you want to say?
Yeah, bro. Like, yeah. So yeah, today, guys. Yeah. So obviously, we had to do a little boxing special because it's so much interesting. We had a big fight yesterday. It's got quite a few implications for the future. I wish I could talk more. I could go on more, but obviously we're out of time for now. But yeah, man, it was brilliant, and like, yeah, we'll look to the future for new fights, and for that, we're out.